true kindness of Meena. In the small village of Sundarpur, surrounded by green fields and tall mango trees, lived a 12-year-old girl named Meena. Everyone in the village knew her not because she was the richest or the smartest, but because she had a heart as big as the sky. From the time she could walk, Meena had a habit of helping everyone she met. If someone's cow got loose, she was the first to run and bring it back. If an old woman needed water, Meena would carry her bucket from the well, humming a song all the way. Even when her own work wasn't done, she never said no to anyone in need. One sunny morning, Meena was walking to school with her little brother, Ravi. On the way, they saw an old man trying to lift a heavy sack of grain onto his cart. "Ravi, wait a minute," Meena said, putting her school bag down. She ran to the man and smiled. "Let me help you, Dadaji." Together, they pushed and lifted until the sack was safely on the cart. The old man patted Meena's head. "May your kindness return to you 100 times, beta." Meena laughed. "It already has, Dadaji. Helping makes me happy." They waved goodbye and continued to school, though a bit late. When they reached the classroom, the teacher, Mrs. Lata, raised an eyebrow. "Late again, Meena?" she asked gently. "Yes, ma'am," Meena said, "but I was helping an old man at the market." "Mrs." Lata sighed but smiled. "You have a kind heart, Meena. Just don't let it make you miss your studies." "I won't, ma'am," Meena promised. One afternoon, dark clouds gathered over Sundarpur. Thunder roared and rain began to pour heavily. Meena was returning home when she heard a faint cry near the riverbank. She ran towards the sound and found a little goat stuck in the mud, bleating helplessly. The river water was rising quickly. "Oh no!" Meena gasped. She looked around. No one was nearby. Without thinking twice, she stepped into the slippery mud and reached the goat. "Don't worry, little one. I've got you," she said, pulling with all her strength. Her feet were soaked, her clothes muddy, but finally she freed the goat. She carried it to a dry spot under a tree. When she returned home, her mother scolded her at first. "Meena, look at you covered in mud. You could have gotten sick." Meena smiled sheepishly. "But the goat was in danger, Amma. I couldn't just walk away." Her mother sighed, wiped her face with a towel, and said softly, "You have your father's heart, child brave and kind." A few weeks later, Sundarpur held its annual village fair. There were bright stalls, music, and laughter everywhere. Meena was helping her mother sell handmade baskets when she noticed a little boy crying near the Ferris wheel. "What happened?" Meena asked, kneeling beside him. "I lost my money. I can't buy sweets." The boy sobbed. Meena thought for a moment, then reached into her pocket. She had saved 5 rupees to buy a toy flute she really wanted. She looked at the boy's teary eyes and made a decision. "Here, take this," she said, handing him the money. "Go buy your sweets." The boy's face lit up. "Thank you, Didi," he said, running off happily. Later that evening, when Meena walked past the flute stall, she sighed a little. Just then, the shopkeeper called out, "Hey, little girl, someone left this flute here for you." "For me?" Meena asked in surprise. "Yes," said the man. "A gentleman bought it and said, 'Give this to the girl who gave away her money for another child.'" Meena smiled, holding the flute close. It felt like magic kindness returning to her, just as Dadaji had said. As Diwali approached, the village prepared to decorate their homes with lanterns and lights. But one night, a strong windstorm blew through Sundarpur, knocking down lamps and tearing decorations. The next morning, many houses were damaged. Meena immediately gathered her friends. Let's help everyone fix their lanterns and clean the streets, she said. But Meena, Ravi complained, will miss the Diwali sweets. There will be more sweets later, Meena said with a grin. Let's spread light first. They spent the whole morning sweeping, hanging new lanterns, and helping elders decorate their homes again. When night fell, the village shone even brighter than before. The headman of the village made an announcement. Tonight, we celebrate not just Diwali, but also the spirit of our young helper, Meena, whose kindness brings light to Sundarpur every day. The villagers clapped and cheered. Meena blushed and hid her face behind her hands. Days turned into weeks, and Meena continued helping others, carrying water for neighbors, tutoring younger kids, and caring for stray animals. But one day, her best friend Sita came to her looking upset. Meena, you're always helping everyone else. Don't you ever get tired? Meena thought for a moment. Sometimes I do, but when I see someone smile because of something small I did, it feels worth it. Sita nodded slowly. You make it sound easy. It's not always easy, Meena said. But helping others doesn't take away from us. It adds more joy to the world. And that joy always finds its way back. Months later, when the school announced a Good Citizenship Award, the whole class started whispering. I bet Meena will win, said one student. She helps everyone, said another. On the day of the ceremony, Mrs. Latta stood at the podium and said, The award goes to someone whose kindness inspires us all, Meena. Meena walked up to the stage, her heart pounding. She accepted the small golden badge, and Mrs. Lata whispered, You've shown us that helping others is the truest form of greatness. As she looked out at her classmates, Meena smiled shyly. She wasn't thinking about the prize, she was thinking about all the people she had helped and how every act of kindness had made her world a little brighter. That evening, as the sun set over Sundarpur, Meena sat by the river with her flute, playing a gentle tune. The same goat she had rescued months ago grazed nearby. Her brother sat beside her and asked, Didi, do you think helping really changes the world? Meena smiled, watching the orange reflection of the sunset in the water. Maybe not the whole world, she said softly, but it changes someone's world, and that's enough. And as the melody of her flute floated through the quiet evening, the village lights began to glow, warm, gentle, and kind, just like Meena's heart. Moral of the story: true kindness doesn't need wealth, power, or fame. It begins with a simple heart that cares and spreads light wherever it goes.